and welcome to another video. Today I want to discuss with you 3 things that I wish that I've known before starting my candle business. And if you see me looking down, y'all know I'm looking at some notes that I, try to keep in order. So with that being said, guys, I just want to welcome you back to Sweet Reflections Candle Co. And today, like I said, I want to talk to you about 3 things that I wish I knew before starting my candle business. So if you are thinking about starting a candle business, or you already have one, hopefully this will save you time, money, and frustration. So with number 1, don't buy everything. I know starting out a business and we see all this stuff and like jars and molds and labels, and we want to buy everything at one time. But when you're starting a small business, you want to buy what you actually need. Just, to see if this is what you actually want to do, or, to see if, the product is worth, spending your money on. Tip number 2, there is so much more, y'all, to a candle business than making candles. And that is, that's why I try to show behind the scenes, because it really is so much more. For example, you want to, you got to make your candles, you got to test your candles, you got to label your candles. You want to take nice pictures of them. You got to do packaging, and you got to keep up with your inventory. You also have to do marketing. You got customer service, and you want to create videos for content, shorts and, lengthy videos, So, that's why I say, it's a lot too than just making the product. And yeah, you want to take all of that into consideration, because you being the CEO of your business, you're the one that's going to mostly, when you start out, doing all of these things, And number 3, my final thing I wish I knew before starting my candle business, which I am very glad I did. You gotta be patient, guys. You don't have to have everything done up and running in one day, which is really kind of impossible, unless, again, like I say, you want to be patient, and you want to, just let the business grow over time. Because when I started back in 2019, it just seemed like it wasn't moving, nothing was going right, and I got kind of frustrated, but I hung in there and I kept going, and I kept doing the things that I wish I knew, like taking pictures, doing shorts and doing videos. Back then, in 2019, when I started it, I weren't doing all of that. But if you take a look at Sweet Reflections now, you can see the progress from then up until now. How I've, learned how to do the pictures, do the production, do the shorts, do the videos. So with all of that, guys, and marketing. And with all of that, and testing, I've learned to do all of that. Packaging, you got to keep up with your inventory. So yeah, guys, over a period of time, you learn to do all